Don't worry about your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife or your kids or your mother or your father or your sister or your brother, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties. I don't care. Don't factor anybody else into this decision that you're about to make about your life right now. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another car chat. I posted this post on my community chat, and it's actually on my community tab, and it's actually a quote from my book. So it says, you deserve to have something that's just for you. You deserve to have a dream and build it into your reality. It is your birthright. And then in the caption I said, let's talk about motherhood. Society will tell you that in order to do it right, your life should revolve around your family. That once you have kids, it's selfish to focus on yourself. That once your kids are grown, you're too old to follow your dreams. It's a lie. It's never too late, and you deserve the same things you give to everyone else. There is no ceiling on your potential. Reach for the stars and then reach even higher. And a lot of y'all, that resonated with you. So I'm assuming that a lot of y'all are mothers. I think most women are mothers. So we go through these phases in motherhood where it's like, first of all, your kids are babies, and then they need you for everything. Your life really does revolve around them, and it has to, in a way, because they can't fend for themselves. They can't do anything for themselves. And then they grow into toddlers and they become a little bit more independent and they're able to do more for themselves. But we still hover. We still are like, they kind of still, we're like, every time they are about to fall, we're like reaching out to try to grab them before they hit the ground. And we just, it just becomes ingrained in who we are to be mothers and to be there and to be present and to be who our kids need us to be. So then they become little kids and they go to school and they make friends and they start to think for themselves and they go through all these phases all the way until they become adults. And with them going through all these changes and all these phases, we still are there. We still are feeling protective and feeling like we need to be there, and we do. But what I want to talk about is how we can kind of pull back a little bit from that and focus on ourselves too. They don't need us 100%. They need us as much as they need us. And the more we can give them the tools that they need to be more resourceful and more responsible and more self-sufficient, the less they need us. So if we're doing that part right and we're providing them with the tools that they need to be able to do things on their own, then they don't need us as much, and it just dwindles and dwindles and dwindles the older they get. So I was reading an interesting article. Well, I saw an interesting article online, and it was talking about the challenges of motherhood. And I think I'm going to do a car chat with some other women in my life who are mothers, and maybe like make this an ongoing thing so we can kind of talk about some of those challenges that other women face, more specifically when it comes to being able to follow your dreams in motherhood and still making time for yourself in motherhood. And the reason why I said it's your birthright is because it is. Like, you are somebody's child too. When you were a kid, your parents wished that you would be able to follow your dreams, and that's the same thing that you wish for your kids. So you kind of have to look at yourself as equal in this relationship. Like, you're an equal partner in this relationship, whether it's a mother and child relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship. You are an equal partner in this relationship, and you deserve the same things that you provide for everybody else. You're nurturing toward the people that you love. You take care of them. You provide for them. You are there for them. Like, you support them. You support their dreams. You encourage them. And you deserve for somebody to be there for you and to take care of you and to support you and to encourage you. And you have to encourage yourself too. Like, there's going to be times when you feel like, man, this is just, it ain't working. It's too hard. I don't have the time. I don't have the space. Like, I don't have the bandwidth to, tackle all of this. But you got to make yourself a priority, and you got to set boundaries with your kids, with your partner, with your family, so that you can make time for yourself and you can make that a priority, so that you're not just completely neglecting yourself and your needs. What is your dream? What do you want? That's the first step, honestly, is to figure out what you want. And I know that when you've been a mother and that's been your main focus, it's really hard to decide what it is you want, because you don't even know yourself. Like, you are so, it's so ingrained in who you are to be a mother and a caretaker that you just don't even, you've forgotten about yourself for so long that you just don't even know where to begin when it comes to trying to figure out what you want and what your goals and dreams are. Maybe you have goals for your kids. Maybe you even have goals for yourself, but when it comes to like what's actually possible for yourself, we tend to put a ceiling on that and feel like, oh yeah, this person was able to do that, but that's only possible for them. That's not possible for me. So then when we start to think about what we want and what our dream is, we think about it within the confines of motherhood. So what do I want that I can actually do as a mother? What's my dream? But what can I accomplish while I'm still being a mother too? Let me tell you right now, you can accomplish anything. Like, set your goals high, set your dreams high, because you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish as a mother and still be a good mother. And you don't have to like bring your dream down to meet where you are. Bring your dream up and go meet your dream. Like, it's not about figuring out what you can do as a mother. It's about figuring out what you want to do, period. What you want to do as a person, as an individual, not about what you want to do as a mother. A mother is not who you are. It's a part, it's one facet of who you are. It's not wholly who you are. It's not the full picture. It's a small percentage of who you are, and you're going to be a mother for the rest of your life, but you won't be raising kids for the rest of your life. And when your kids are gone, then what? You got to really start to focus on yourself and think about what you actually want, and stop putting a ceiling on your own potential, because there isn't one. The only ceiling that there is the one you create in your own mind. And I think this is just such an important conversation to have as mothers. Like, we need to really talk about this, because I don't think men go through it the same way we do. I don't think that they experience parenthood the same way we do. It's not all encompassing for them. They're fathers, but they're not just a father. They are very good at separating their individuality from their role as a father or as a husband. But we have a really hard time with that. And for me personally, being a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooler made it even more tough for me to kind of separate all that. And 2 years ago, I was sitting in this car talking to y'all, and I was in tears because I had no idea who I was, what my purpose was, what my dreams were. I didn't even know where to start to try to figure it out. I was really lost, like 100% just lost. I did not know what was going on. I just knew I was unhappy, and I had to figure out how to get myself out of that situation. And then I just got to work. I started making these videos. I started with what I knew, and I started making cooking videos. And while I'm talking about cooking videos, today is actually Thanksgiving, and I'm not at home cooking Thanksgiving dinner right now, because you know what? It's not what I'm passionate about. I don't really care. Like, I'm gonna film it because I know y'all want to see it and it helps you. And that's, one of my goals is to help you guys, but I'm not gonna care less about Thanksgiving dinner. Next year, hopefully I'll be able to have it catered. Like, I don't care. But some of y'all will come on these videos that other people took their time to make to help other people, and y'all will comment negativity, and you'll be rude and mean and say the most mean, hurtful stuff to somebody that you don't even know online because you didn't like the way that I cooked sweet potatoes. Or like, it's like, girl, what are you thinking about? How's that helping you? You blocking your own blessings. You're blocking your own blessings. You're on here spewing negativity at somebody you don't even know so that you can win a non-existent argument. The only person you arguing with is yourself. I don't care what you think. And if you are passionate, if you don't hear nothing else in this video, hear this. If you're passionate about something and you feel like you can do it better, then go and start a YouTube channel, or go and write a book, or start a blog, or share your expertise with other people in a positive way. You don't need to come on to somebody else's video and say negative things. You're stopping yourself from progressing when you do stuff like that. You're creating negative cycles in your life that are going to end with you. So if you put out negativity, it's coming back to you. It's like a circle. It loops around. So you put it out at this point and it comes right back around to you, and it don't stop till it get back to you. You got to stop doing stuff like that. I know some of y'all that watch these cooking videos are passionate about cooking. So start a YouTube channel and share it. Start a blog and share it. If you have some insights, some skill, a different way to do something, share it with other people and help them, so that, and that's the most productive thing you can do. Not only are you helping other people, but you're creating an avenue for yourself. You're living in your dreams and your passion. You're giving yourself something to do other than be rude and mean, and you're doing it in a positive way. Why? What is the benefit of being rude? I had somebody call me inept because they didn't like the way I cut up a turkey in a Thanksgiving dinner 2 years ago that only me and my family were eating. Like, what are you gaining from that? Like, y'all be saying the most rude or hurtful stuff to people just because you don't like the way they cook something? Like, I don't understand. If that's your passion, girl, go live in your dreams. Go do what you got to do to make that a reality. But it really is sad to me, because it's like, you don't realize how you hurting yourself. You're not really hurting me. Like, I don't care what you think. You hurting yourself, because you're stopping yourself from being able, first of all, you're spending your time on negativity instead of something that's actually positive and that will help you. And you're creating these negative loops for yourself that you have to live with the results of. It's not worth your karma to come online and say stuff to people. And it just isn't, I just don't see I don't see the productivity part of it. Like, cooking is not my passion. This is my passion. Like, this is what I wrote my book about. I'm writing my book about. This is what I wake up in the morning thinking about. This is what I go to bed at night thinking about. This is what I could do every day for the rest of my life and be good. Like, this is everything to me. Telling mothers like you that you don't have to, that motherhood is not the last stop for you. That you don't have to put your dreams on hold because you have kids. That you can be what you want to be and do what you want to do, and exceed your own expectations for yourself and excel in life, regardless of whether or not you decided to give birth to another human being. It doesn't even matter. Like, that is not your purpose. Motherhood is not your purpose. And if motherhood for you is something that is like just drives you, and honestly, motherhood drives us all. It makes us all want to be better. It makes us all want to do better and provide more and be our best selves. But how can you help other people with your expertise in motherhood? Maybe you can start a website that has some really good motherhood tips. Like, maybe you can help other women who are struggling with motherhood, since you excel at it. Like, that's where you're going to find your passion, where you're helping somebody else, where you're bringing value to somebody else, where you're actually sharing what you know in a productive way that is lending something to somebody else. It's always going to come down to your level of service and how you're able to serve other people, and who you're able to inspire, and who you're able to motivate, and who you're able to teach. Like, that is always what it's going to come down to, no matter what your passion is. So if your passion is cooking, what can you do? What specifically do you love about cooking? Is it that you love baking? Do you love being able to share baked goods with people because you love that their faces light up and they smile whenever they taste your cupcakes? Is it that you love being a mother because you have some unique discipline strategies, like positive parenting strategies? Is it that you love cars and you have a unique twist on how you fix your cars, or how you do different modifications on your car, or whatever? Like, what is it for you that you're passionate about? What do you love? Like, what could you do every single day and it never gets tiring for you? And then once you figure that out, it's about how you can bring that to other people and create a community around the things that you love, and share your insights with other people. Let them share their insights with you and the other people in your community, and just create a safe place for other people who are enthusiasts in the thing that you're enthusiastic about. So I'm always going to be a proponent of starting a YouTube channel, no matter what your thing is, because people love whatever you love to do. Somebody else loves it too, and whatever insights you have on that particular thing, somebody else is going to feel you on it. Your people, like the people who are for you and who are for your message and who love what you love, they'll be there to watch your videos. Is it going to happen overnight? No. No, but it will happen if you give it, 100, if you keep going and you just keep uploading. Eventually you'll get there. And you'll be able to build it, and then you'll be able to add different products. You'll be able to maybe write a book. You'll be able to start a blog. You'll be able to do all these other things, and you don't have to do it alone, because people will help you throughout your journey. Like, you will be assisted throughout your journey when you start to go. It's just about taking that first step, because you just don't even, there's no way to plan out the entire journey. You start in one place and you end up somewhere completely different, because you can't see all the steps. You just got to take that first one, and the second one will appear when it's time for you to level up. Like, it just happens that way. That's how it is. And you can have your end goal in mind, but the way that you're going to reach that end goal is completely a mystery. Like, there is no way that you'll be able to predict all the things that are going to happen on your path to get you from where you started to where you want to be. So I can use myself as an example. I started this channel as y'all, motherhood was so ingrained and so much a part of me as a person that I couldn't even think of a name for this channel in the beginning. It was called Mom Life 101, because that is how much my identity was wrapped around being a mother. I couldn't even think of anything else, and it was all about my kids in the beginning. And then it turned into, it just kind of happened. Like, it turned into 2 years ago when I posted that Thanksgiving video. It took off the following year, and then I started making food videos. The past year, my whole channel has been about food, but I'm not passionate about food. And then I was like, okay, so let me sit down and think about like what I really am passionate about. And then I started, the idea for the book just came to me. And I didn't really know where I was going with it. I just started writing it. I would sit down every day and write 45 minutes. I would set a 45-minute timer, and there's evidence of this on my channel and on my second channel, which I never really use or post on anymore. But I would sit down and write and set a 45-minute timer and write for 45 minutes, at least 45 minutes every single day. And I wrote 13 chapters. And then this channel started doing well enough that I could hire a company to help me write my book. Never thought that I would be making enough money from my YouTube channel to pay more than $1,000 a month for somebody to help me write a book. Never thought that. But that's the way it works. Like, you start, and then you start moving, and you put the work in, and you put the work in, and you put the work in, and then something just happens to help you go to that next level. And now I'm at the point where I'm almost done with the book. And y'all, I pay that $1,200 every month, and it is nothing. We still save for our house. We still pay our bills every month. We still do everything. I'm still able to buy my kids everything they need, buy myself everything that I need. None of us want for anything. We all have everything that we need, and it's easy. And it's because it's my purpose. Like, that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Like, I could really like cry, because if you just go, if you just start, the doors will open up. The floodgates will open. And if you have enough courage to live in your purpose and not care about what other people think, you will be surprised at what you can accomplish. Y'all, this is just the beginning for me. I know I'm going somewhere great. Like, you don't even have to worry about me at this point. Like, I know that I'm going to be doing great things, because I'm living in my purpose at this point. Like, I know exactly what my purpose is now. My purpose is to help women like you who struggle with finding their individuality in motherhood, define their dream, and craft a vision for their life. That is my purpose. That's it. That's what my book is about. That's what my life is about. That's what my goal in life is at this point. And it's amazing. Like, I wish that every single one of y'all could feel what I feel. And I haven't even begun to get started yet, and I already feel so inspired. And like, just the thought of one of y'all reading my book and saying, you know what, you helped me so much, is enough for me to keep going. Like, that motivates me every single day to keep writing and keep adding value in the book, and make it just the best thing that I could ever possibly make it, because I want you to read it and gain something from it. And I want you to, when you put that book down, I want you to be like, okay, I'm ready to tackle life now. Like, I know what to do. I know what steps to take. I know exactly what I got to do to get there. And then I want you to be able to just go and start and live and do. And yeah, so I just wanted to come to y'all on this Thanksgiving Day and say, do something for yourself. Do something that's just for you. Sit down with your journal and write out some things that you're passionate about. Ask yourself what you want, and don't think about anybody else when you ask yourself. Remove everybody else from the equation. Don't worry about your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife or your kids or your mother or your father or your sister or your brother, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties. I don't care. Don't factor anybody else into this decision that you're about to make about your life right now. It's just about you. What do you want? Be very clear about that. Like, what do you love? What could you do every day? And once you have that thing that you love, that you want to share with other people, that you could teach other people, that you could inspire other people with, that you could help other people with, then all you need to do is ask yourself some questions. What does my life look like? What do I do on a daily basis? What are my routines? What does my self-care look like? How much money do I have in the bank? What does my investment portfolio look like? Where do I live? What car do I drive? What vacations do I take? Who do I help? And just answer some of those questions. Write some of those questions down after you have your thing that you love at the top of that paper. Write some of those questions down and answer them. That first thing that you love, that's your dream. Answering all these questions are how you create your vision. So, you have your thing that you love at the top. You have these questions. What do I do every day? What's my routine? What is my self-care? What are my emotions? How do I feel when I wake up in the morning? What do I do on a daily basis to promote self-care and to promote healing? Do I go to therapy? Do I meditate? Do I stretch? Like, do I do breath work? Do I do deep breathing? What are those things that you do to help you be okay mentally? What are the things that you do to earn money? What are the feelings that you feel on a daily basis? And you're not thinking about how you feel right now, what you have right now, what you do right now. You're thinking about what you want to be, who you want to be, how you want to be, how you want to feel, how much money you want to make, and don't put a ceiling on it. Do it, write it as though you could have anything in the world. So, your dream is at the top. These questions that you're answering, answer them as if there is no ceiling, because there is not. Listen to me right now. Answer them as if there is no ceiling. Answer them as if this is your dream life you're building right now. So, answer those questions. And then once you have all those answers, don't leave anything out. Once you have all those answers, put them in a storytelling format. So, I got my dream at the top. I got all of these questions answered, and those are the nuances of my vision. So now, if I said that I meditate for 5 minutes every day, as soon as I wake up, before I even get out of bed in the morning, I meditate every day. And then I go to my closet and I get some workout clothes, and then I head to the gym. How can you write that in a way that creates an amazing vision for your life? Here's how. So, I wake up in the morning. I wake up every morning at 7 a.m. and I spend 5 minutes meditating before my feet ever hit the ground. Next, I go to my closet and I pick out, Next, I go to my custom built closet and I get my workout clothes. Then I head downstairs, I make a protein shake, and then I head to my garage and hop in my new Tesla. And then I turn on self-driving mode and it drives me to the gym. Then I have an amazing workout with my trainer. Blah, 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 blah. Like, that's how you build a vision. And you can factor the things that you want for your kids into your vision. You can say something like, my kids, we live in this neighborhood. We live in Maple Oaks in Seattle, Washington. And my kids attend one of the most prestigious schools in the area. which gives them access to amazing resources and activities that are just included, that we don't even have to pay for. You just start thinking about all the things that make your vision amazing, like that would build just a super, like the best life that you could think of. Just add all of those different things that just kind of color your vision and make it something that's amazing. So if you want a custom closet, what closet do you want? Like for me, I want a closet from the Container Store. I want the Avera closet from the Container Store. So I could say when I wake up in the morning and I go into my custom built Avera Container Store Avera closet with lights and blah blah blah, whatever you want, add it into your vision. Like build it out and make it so specific that you know exactly what you're working for. So what car do you want? If you want a Tesla, okay, I'm getting into my 2021 Model X and blah blah blah. Or if you want a new house, where do you want to live? How many square feet is it? Like what does your kitchen look like? Just add everything that you could possibly think of and create this vision of just like a day in your life. What does this day look like for you? What are the things that you do every single day? What are your routines? How do you feel? I live an amazing life and I feel happy and fulfilled. I feel so grateful and so blessed to be living in my dream house, driving my dream car, and helping my subscribers reach their goals. When you just have that dream by itself, it's not gonna drive you. Not in the same way that the dream and the vision would together. The dream is like the overarching goal. It's the thing that you want for your life. The vision is all of the details and all of the nuances that make that dream so much better. The dream by itself is just the main thing. But all of the stuff that you add to it in that vision is what bring it to life. Those are the things that make you, when you read that vision, you're like, oh my God, like I can't wait to be living this life. This life is great. Like this life is just fantastic. Like it's amazing. It is everything. It's those two things together. You need the dream, but you need that vision too, because those two things combined are what will get you up out of bed every single day, make you do the work, make you do whatever you got to do to make it happen. And you don't need to leave anything out of it. Like you don't, right now you might not even believe that you can accomplish all this stuff, but I promise you, when you write it down and you read it every day and you let it penetrate your spirit, you can't even help but do it. When you get it right, when you write it out and you go back and read it and then you revise it and you say, nah, that's not what I want. Now I want this. And you change that little thing and then you go back and read it the next day and you're like, no, maybe I want this. Maybe I want to change this detail. Like maybe my floor looks like this, or, you just kind of refine it over time. You go back and you keep reading it and you just keep refining it. And over time, it just becomes exactly what you want. You aren't going to get it exactly right on day one. But if you keep going and you keep reading it and you keep revising it over time, within like a month or two, it's going to become exactly what you want. And then you won't have to read it every day anymore because you'll commit it to memory and you'll just know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. You'll know why you're getting up in the morning. You'll know why you're doing that work. You'll know why you're doing exactly what you're doing, and you will start to do the right things to get you there. And it happens so slowly and so incrementally that you don't even realize it's happening until you look up and you're like, oh, damn, I'm here. Like you just been taking all these steps and just, going with the flow and doing the things. And then one day you look up and it's like, wow, I can't believe that I actually reached that first goal. And then keep going again. And you just keep going and going and going. And you look up again and you're like, damn, like I just really hit that second goal. And then you keep going, you hit that third goal. And it's like, wow. This is all I had to do. Like, wow. But it's not because it's all you had to do, because you've been working the whole time. You've been doing stuff. You just haven't been doing the right things because you didn't clarify your vision for yourself. You didn't refine it. You didn't make it something that you just can't wait to work for. Like you didn't make it so great that you don't have a choice. Like don't give yourself a choice. Like make it so good that you feel like, I gotta see if I can actually do this. Like if I don't do this, I won't be living. That's what you want to feel. So I think I ranted enough. I hope y'all got something out of this video and you're able to like sit down today and take at least 20-30 minutes to yourself and just start the process of trying to come up with that dream. And then once you get that dream, start working on the different questions that you can answer about your vision, and then start writing it out. And I think you'll see pretty quickly once you start this process that it's definitely worth it. It does drive you, it does motivate you, and it does improve your productivity, because it's just that great that you can't not do it. Like, you know that you just cannot do it. You have to. You're called to it. It's calling you. It's like, no, you got to get up and do it. You got to do me, because I won't. If you don't make me happen, then you will regret it for the rest of your life. And when you get that kind of nagging feeling inside of you, that's like, if you don't do this, you will regret this for the rest of your life. That is something that is a motivator. Because the last thing any of us wants is to regret that we didn't do something and feel like, oh my God, like, what if I would have done that? So, girl, make some time for yourself today. Go sit by yourself. I know it's Thanksgiving. I know you're busy. But make some time for yourself today. You have 15 minutes to just go sit in a quiet room and think about some things real quick. And you deserve it. And if you can't do it today, do it tomorrow. And do it every day, honestly. Like, make some time for yourself every single day so that you can get this done. Because this is what's going to set the tone for the rest of your life. This is what's going to start you on a new journey and set you on a new path. This is what's going to make the difference between you being exactly where you are this time next year, or you being in a completely different place, living a completely different life next year. This is what sets you apart from who you were yesterday. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next car chat. Bye.